Hitler, Stalin, Genghis Khan. These are some of history's greatest monsters, but none quite match the angry reviewer. Ah, nostalgia. What a curious emotion. Defined by Merriam-Webster as a wistful or excessively sentimental yearning for return to or of some past period or irrevocable condition. This is a lot like returning to the some past period of the angry reviewer. The angry reviewer was a comedic internet reviewer in the late 2000s, early 2010s, who specialized in reviewing nostalgic media aimed at children, but the angry reviewer soon became notorious for a wide variety of embarrassing controversies. I have studiously tracked the history of the angry reviewer from his first MySpace post at the age of 15 to today, and I'm here to present a legacy of shame, embarrassment, and ultimately collapse into irrelevance. But let's put a pin in that last part. The angry reviewer made an early splash on YouTube with his classic review of Xenon the Sequel, featured on the website's homepage back when that was a big deal. His videos were terrible. I watched them all. They were funny back then, but I was only 29 at the time. Once you grow up, you get over that sort of childish humor. The angry reviewer's profile steadily rose during this period, when came the great YouTube copyright strikes of 2008. Things came to a boil when YouTube flagged the angry reviewer's retrospective of Sheep in the Big City. That was when the reviewer snapped. The angry reviewer posted a video declaring that he was leaving YouTube. After a brief partnership with media startup Spin Attack, the angry reviewer went independent, creating his own website to exclusively host his content. Now, this seemed to be the end of the angry reviewer's struggles with copyright infringement, but, well, let's put a pin in that. No, let's circle back to that. We put a pin into the collapse into irrelevance thing. Don't put a pin in this. Circle back. This was the beginning of what fans call the third golden age of the angry reviewer. A lot of his best material came from this era. The Wacko's Wish review, the top 11 Toa Nuva list, and who could forget Beyblade Month? These are perennial artifacts of the old internet. The angry reviewer was on a roll. It seemed nothing could stop him when the cracks began to show. The first controversy seemed trivial in retrospect, namely the angry reviewer's video arguing that Pixar ruined the legacy of animation. Now, we all know he was a big Shark Tale guy, but I think most fans just assumed he'd like Pixar equally. Yet another example of the angry reviewer's questionable communication with his fan base. Eventually, he apologized after realizing Ice Age 2: The Meltdown was not a Pixar film, but the first split between him and his audience had formed. Then there was the infamous Let's Play of Ned's Nightmare. Nightmare Ned. Now, this was just embarrassing. How could you miss that the secret entrance to the attic, the basement, and beyond was through the school locker after beating the minigame? Also, he did not have the keyboard plugged in the entire time. He apologized for this too, but the controversies were adding up. It was then the real world seeped back in. In 2011, Congress introduced SOPA, the Stop Online Pedantic Angry Reviewers Bill, designed to crack down on online media that utilized copyrighted material, aka the angry reviewer's bread and butter. The angry reviewer's back was against the wall. He lashed out in his videos, becoming a leading figurehead in the anti-SOPA movement, even leading multiple protests and taking part in a congressional hearing. But as fate had it, Barack Obama bore a grudge against the angry reviewer due to his Cars retrospective and signed SOPA into law.
Obama out.
This caused a marked shift in the angry reviewer's content from here on out, but we're going to circle back to that. We're going to put that on the back burner. Okay, the collapse is what we're putting a pin in. The copyright infringement we're circling back to, and the shift in his material. We actually did circle back to copyright infringement. Let's unpin his back against the wall again. The angry reviewer realized there was only one solution: to purchase a multi-million-dollar studio and reboot the show. But this time, instead of using actual clips from the media he was reviewing, he would recreate these clips himself, using his own props and cast members. Reviews that were clipless, as one might say. And it went great. Everybody loved them. It was a real high point. But eventually the angry reviewer went back to doing his regular thing, but his heart wasn't in it now. He was 48 by this point, and the material he was passionate about was long used up. Worse, the internet grew beyond him. While more mature critics were crafting 12-hour video essays on the history of Ned's Declassified, the angry reviewer was still complaining about plot holes and all that. Truly cringe-worthy. It's hard to watch the angry reviewer now. He's the proverbial example of a questionable internet personality, a guy that had nothing going for him, and stumbled his way into making online videos. Hard to imagine. The greatest sin of the angry reviewer is not just that he's a humiliating relic of his time. It's the secondhand embarrassment for us former fans revisiting him now. I can't even look at him. This man made me feel like a foolish child, and that is the true crime of the angry reviewer. Oh, and I guess some people were horribly mistreated.